Hello there, spooky friends, and welcome to today's book club video. I'm wearing my Torrid sweater that I bought. If you watched the haul, then you know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this sweater. It is so big and comfy and soft. It's like wrapping yourself in a blanket. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's get on to the books. So the book for this month was Dollhouse by John Hunt, and it was recommended to me by a person that I follow on Instagram, and they told me that this book was definitely worth a read, and they were not lying. OMG. I got this book on Amazon, and I think it was $14.99. I'm not sure. You can find it down in my kit below. If you click the link where it says kit.co, click that. It will take you to my Amazon, and then you can purchase the book, or you can see how much it cost. So let's talk about this. So on the back it says, Olivia is excited for university. She will be on her own in a new place, hopeful to meet new friends. On the night she moves in, she is taken off the street by two masked men, the jackal and the gorilla. She is placed in a room which is little more than a cell, a pink cell, a room made for a doll. She is now part of their collection. Oh my gosh. So with this book, I couldn't put it down. I wanted to know what was happening next. And it is so well written that you can picture in your mind exactly everything that is happening and going on. Even describing the surroundings, you can see it in your mind. It's like he visually takes you there, and that makes for an outstanding book. It is very emotional. It is very and as far as emotional, I mean it's sad. It's exciting at times. It's sad. It just, in your head, you're just like, oh my gosh, like, this is so bad. And it would make an awesome movie. It really would. An awesome horror movie. And then it also makes you think this author is sick. Like, he has something wrong with him in some parts to be thinking up some of this stuff. It's kind of scary. It turns out that the people that are the jackal and the gorilla are actually people that she knows. I will say that. I'm not going to give away who it is, but throughout the book, he gives like little subtle hints. It's a whodunit book. So you think you have figured out who it is, and you're like, oh, it's this person and this person, or it's this person and a friend or something like that. But then it turns out it's completely not. And it takes you off guard, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I never in a million years would have thought that. It's, like I said, I give it 2 thumbs up. It's a really good read. It's very shocking at times. I will say that too. There's parts of it where I was just like, my jaw was on the floor. I was just like, oh my gosh. It's shocking. It's, like I said, it is exciting. It's nail biting, especially towards the end. It's frustrating because you think you have the ending figured out, or you think you know what's going to happen next, and then something completely different off the wall happens, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that happening. Or you're thinking, and I'll just say this without, I'm not giving it away, but this is the last thing I'm going to say about the storyline, is that you're thinking, okay, woo, she's in the clear. But it turns out she isn't. That's all I'm going to say on that. So definitely check this out. John Hunt's Dollhouse. It is worth the money to get this book. This book is definitely a reread. Like, I may revisit this book sometime in October. It's not going to be a book club book, but I may read it again sometime in October just because it has like that kind of feel to it, especially considering the fact that they put her in this little cell, and she's not alone, by the way. She thinks she is, but then in the story she finds out that she is not alone. And to me, that kind of symbolizes what we have going on today with, you know, all of the sex trafficking. Like, sometimes the kidnappers make their victims feel like they're all alone, and then they discover they're really not. And then they join a bond. They have a bond because they have shared that experience. So the book is really, really great. 2 thumbs up. I'm going to explore some more books by John Hunt just because this one really grabbed me and it was so good and so interesting that I may revisit, you know, some more books by him and see if I want to do a book club on another set of books of his. So the next book I am so excited for. If you've seen any of my other videos, I think I've mentioned them maybe just a few times, and that is Ed and Lorraine Warren. And this book is The Demonologists, and it's this extraordinary career of Ed and Lorraine Warren. It's written by Gerard Brittle, and there's a nice picture of them on the back, and it says, if you think ghosts are only responsible for hauntings, think again. The Demonologist reveals the grave religious process behind supernatural events and how it can happen to you. Used as a text in seminaries and classrooms, this is one book you can't put down. For over 5 decades, Ed and Lorraine Warren have been known as the world's most renowned paranormal investigators. Lorraine is a gifted clairvoyant, while Ed is the only non-ordained demonologist recognized by the Catholic Church. Together, they have investigated thousands of hauntings in their career. Illustrated with photos of phenomena in progress from the Warrens' private collection. And then there's a quote by Ed at the bottom that says, "Diabolical forces are formidable. These forces are eternal, and they exist today. The fairy tale is true." And that was a quote from Ed Warren. So again, the book is The Demonologists, and I am going to start reading this, and I will review it at the end of April. And I am so excited for this. Oh my goodness. If you're not familiar with Ed and Lorraine Warren, you need to familiarize yourself with them for sure. Google them. There's 10 million documentaries and shows about them. Check it out. You know, they did investigations for The Conjuring, the Amityville House, needless more. I mean, just tons and tons of information in here as well. Like, here's an example of some of the pictures that are inside. And then it just briefly tells about each picture underneath, like what is this? It just looks like a mess in the middle of the floor. So that's going to be April's book club, The Demonologist. You can also find that book in my Amazon kit down in the link below. Just hit the kit.co and it will take you to my Amazon kit, and it's in there. You can purchase it. I can't remember what I paid. I want to say $12.99, I think, for this. I could be very wrong, but I'm thinking that's what I paid for it. So thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Tell your friends, tell your family to come and check out Spooky Marshmellow's channel. If they're into horror or the paranormal, they'll love my channel. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Spooky Marshmellow saying, stay spooky, my friends.